It's 10 at 10, with 10 great songs from one great year. This is Don Pardo, and now here's your host for 10 at 10, Dave Morey.
Thank you, Don Pardo. 10 at 10, sponsored by the Valley Yellow Pages and the Alameda County Fair. Friends at home, friends in the studio, and honored guest conductors of the day.
Surprise, surprise, surprise. Happy birthday.
Linda Joseph of San Rafael. Happy 40 fingers old birthday, Linda. David Adamitz of San Jose. Happy birthday to you. And Sarah of the North Bay, probably 54. We're still waiting on the results of the carbon dating. And Don Pardo is now handing David, Sarah, and Linda their 10 at 10 orchestra leader batons from the Michael J. Fina Company. Our very best wishes included. And now, a spin, Don Pardo.
Let's spin the big wheel and see which year we land on today, Dave.
By the way, we are now officially atoning. Apologies again for what happened Friday, Hits from Hell. And if it makes you feel any better, I was up $9 in blackjack Friday night. We tuned into the replay of Hits from Hell, and by tune number 7, I was totally broke. Luckily, I was at home, so it's like I didn't need car fare or anything, but justice was served. Today, we are celebrating Music Appreciation Day with 10 great tunes from...
It's 1977.
Today on 10 at 10.
At your place, the paper being read, that we admire you can have it all that you have ever desired. All you gotta tell me now is wow.
Brings you cutting-edge health information to help you get well and stay well.
Hello, everyone. This is Raymond Francis, author of the book Never Be Sick Again, and the purpose of the Beyond Health show is to help you go beyond health as you know it, and to get well, stay well, and never be sick again. And that's a wonderful, wonderful goal, and it is achievable. But it's not achievable if you do crazy things. This was in the Associated Press this week, and it said Americans are cramming more medicine chests ever fuller in the struggle to lower cholesterol, treat depression, reduce inflammation, and ease other illnesses. And it turns out that we are now up to 44% of all Americans take at least one prescription drug. 44%. 16% take at least 3 prescription drugs. Well, let me tell you something, folks. If you're on 3 prescription drugs, there isn't anybody in the world that knows what's going on in your body, because you have total chaos, total biochemical chaos. These rates were up. Turns out that the last time they measured this was back in the 1988-1994 period, and only 39% were taking prescription drugs at that time, now up to 44% in the 1999-2000. Wow, unbelievable. Usage peaked, by the way, at 84% for people over age 65. Isn't that amazing? 84 people out of 100 over age 65 are taking a prescription drug. And it peaked for black women over age 65 at 89%. 89% of black women over age 65 are taking a prescription drug. Folks, I got to tell you, have we all gone mad? Why on earth would anybody voluntarily take a dangerous poison on a daily basis and then go and take more than one? Not the thing to do. This is what, modern medicine is on the way out. It's a crazy nonsense thing that is just 100 years old, a little over 100 years old. It's on the way out. And we're going to look back on this part of history and say, we were all crazy. This is what we call the toximolecular approach to health versus the orthomolecular approach to health. What is orthomolecular? Well, ortho, that means same. And so orthomolecular means same molecules. That means that we give the body the molecules that it needs and wants in order to keep it well and make it well. The toximolecular approach is where we give people poison, and then we poison one part of the body to relieve symptoms in another part of the body. That's what conventional medicine is all about. It's the toximolecular approach. Why would anyone voluntarily take poison on a daily basis? You've got to be nuts. So we need to educate these people. How do we get to them? Read my book. That's what, tell people to read my book. And buy copies of my book, give them out to your friends and neighbors as gifts. I mean, we've got a sale on Never Be Sick Again for the holidays. Only $9.95, and you get an autographed copy. Autographed copy of Never Be Sick Again, $9.95. It's under $10. You can afford to give these to everybody. And it tells you all in there, everything you need to know about how to be healthy. This is the closest thing to health in one lesson anybody's ever going to read. And it has a whole section on modern medicine and why it doesn't work and what you need to do. So get some copies of these books. How are we going to turn this around? How are we going to stop 85%, of the people over age 65 from taking poison on a daily basis? The only way you're going to do it is through education. So call Beyond Health. Get yourself some copies of Never Be Sick Again. The number to call is 800-250-3063. And you get an autographed copy. Now, it's a very nice gift, an autographed copy of a book that is essentially health in one lesson. You read one book, you know it all. You know what you need to do. And it's 800-250-3063. Only $9.95 for as many books as you like. So I hope that we're going to turn this thing around, and we've got to turn it around. I mean, we can't have all these people, drugs kill a jumbo jet full of people every single day. Now, just imagine that, folks, would you be willing to fly if we were crashing one jumbo jet a day? I'd think twice about it. I think maybe I'd rather walk, at one jumbo jet a day. But that's how many drugs are killing. Doesn't seem to bother us. It's because it kills them one at a time instead of, hundreds at a time. But they're still killing them. The toximolecular approach does not work. It's never going to work. It's on the way out. And the drug companies are getting very desperate, and they're advertising to the consumer. And they're trying to squash the vitamins because vitamins are better than drugs. It's going to be a war out there. And that's where that recent thing came from. Probably you've all seen it. It was in the newspaper a couple of weeks ago about vitamin E. Vitamin E causing disease, vitamin E being bad for you. Where'd that come from? The drug companies are getting desperate. That's what's going on out there. Right now, we've got a guest with us. We've got my good friend, Dr. Meir Schneider from the... Hi, Meir. How are you? You're the school...
I cannot tell you how happy I am for what you're saying. I'm doing very well, and keep saying what you're saying. Just say it to a wider audience, will you?
Well, we have to educate people. I mean, I don't know. People don't know that the drugs, they think the drugs is some kind of wonderful medicine that's going to help them.
It's a great poison. It's going to kill them.
It's a poison. It's going to kill them. It might make them feel better, but it's going to damage them.
No question. No question.
Well,
I just want to talk on a much better note.
Yeah. What's happening at the School for Self-Healing?
What's happening this weekend, we're having a workshop, and this workshop is going to teach you, the audience, if you're going to come, to work on your body in such a way that you will overcome all the normal problems that exist in life. If you talk about drugs, in 1978, I was looking at how many athletics are in this country, and there were 37 million. And I thought that those were 37 million too many. And right now, there are 75 million athletics. The population didn't grow by 50%, And so what happens is that we're trying to take a shortcut from examining our life. And that's what happens in our life. Until 150 years ago, people never sat so much on chairs as they do these days. And that can help people to reduce the movement in their hip joints and get rid of the hip joints. Basically, a hip replacement specialist is probably the only person who can buy a house in the marina these days. So many people replace the hip joint. Then you take a look at the fact that we walk with shoes on cement. And shoes are confining the feet, and cement has jarring effect, and that leads to destruction of the joints. Third, people are confined into rooms. In the past, people were in the outdoors much more. And that leads to many, many problems with the body. So that's one thing that I'm going to teach, how to compensate for the fact that our lifestyle does not encourage to use most of our muscles.
Yeah, Meir, we all need to learn that. That is absolutely so important.
And there's no shortcut to it. If you take a look at the apes and at the ancient humans, they used to have more circular movements. Take a look at an ape. It catches a branch and turns around. Much of the movements they have are backward movements. We only have linear forward movements, so we put pressure on a small group of muscles, and we overburden them, and we create complete contraction in them. And when we do exercises, quite often we use the exact same muscles time and again, and overburden those muscles, and put tremendous spasms. So for the moment, there's more circulation, and the heart works better. So there's something good to say about it. And also, you reduce mental stress by doing physical exercises. But the problem is that if you don't change your pattern, and it is one where you use more muscles with less strain, and you would end up tensing your muscles too much and have back pain and arthritis. So, for example, we teach people to walk and run backwards. We teach people to use toe muscles, which they never use. We teach people how much throughout their life they only create flexion in their fingers that could lead to arthritis in the fingers, and how much extension of the fingers is very important. So that's one thing that we'll teach.
Well, it's amazing, Meir, because, you go out to the grocery store or something and you find, there are older people there with walkers who are just barely moving along, and you look at them and you say, I wonder, if they had learned how to really take care of themselves, if they'd be in that walker. And I think the answer is they would not be in the walker.
And 65% of them could get out of the walker if they start to learn now, even though it's not going to be as perfect as if they would learn in the first place, but they could get out of the walker. But I agree with you 100%. The only reason for degenerative illnesses in most cases is poor use of the body. And modern life is really good in having us do it. Again, shoes and cement, and also having a sense of limited movement. Now, the other thing I work with is the senses. I mean, our hearing is being impaired by the fact that we live in a noisy environment. The city has unnatural noise for the human ear. And there are specific exercises where you put your thumbs inside your ears and you breathe and you feel the breath that comes in, and you listen to your breath, that can help you immediately improve your hearing, because you rest from all the noise that is basically irritating your auditory nerve. And many people think that in old age you should hear worse, but you don't have to. I think it's a result of our normal day-to-day life that we can affect. Another thing I will work with is your vision. And this is, again, something I told on your program time and again, and thank you for giving me the opening for that. And I will announce something important on your program right now. But in your, basically, vision should not be as poor as it is. They made enough research that have shown that primitive tribes and illiterate areas have people with normal vision. The only reason that people have poor vision is close vision. And this is computer, reading, and also being indoors so much. That's one of the reasons that I'm happy to be by the ocean, where we go and look at the waves and look at the ocean and let our lens relax. I want to say that basically no one should wear glasses. Nobody needs glasses if they know how to work on themselves properly. And I'm inviting every one of your audience to come and see it for themselves. and spend with me 2 days of working on the body, improve the circulation, prevent eye problems of old age, and also improve the vision and get rid of the glasses. And the way you get rid of your glasses is that you undo what life makes you do. If you need to look from near all the time, look far. If you narrow your periphery, start and be aware of your periphery. If your eyes are being used in an unbalanced way, we teach you how to do it. But another thing, there's a great scare of the sun. And many people wear sunglasses, which are really weakening their pupils.
No, counterproductive, absolutely.
So we teach people to adapt to the sun instead of be too weak to adapt to it. And many people are reducing depression as a result of it because the light, in its combination with your hemoglobin, helps you to secrete serotonin in a natural way in your brain and in your body, and you reduce your depression. So basically, it's going to be self-healing through movement workshop this coming weekend.
So that's Saturday and Sunday. What are the dates on that?
The dates are the 11th and 12th, and it's a real good time to take a deep breath and rest from all the shopping of the whole
Okay,
day.
so that's December 11 and 12 at the School for Self-Healing in San Francisco.
Quality health and specialty food stores near you.
Are you concerned about your cardiovascular health, your heart, and your circulation? Do you want to protect your immune function and resist infections? Padma Basic is the product for you. All the way from the Tibetan Himalayas comes an ancient herbal formula, Padma Basic, which has been used successfully for over 1,000 years for longevity and to improve circulation. 30 years of rigorous research and more than 50 clinical studies have repeatedly demonstrated its effectiveness in improving circulation, cardiovascular health, and immune function. When it comes to your heart and circulation, Padma Basic is your first choice. Order today and mention my name, Raymond Francis, to receive a 10% discount on your first order of Padma Basic, plus a free book that tells you all about Padma. Order now. Call 800-308-5518 or visit www.econhealth.com. That's ECON health.com.
For more cutting-edge health information and to learn more about the products endorsed by Raymond Francis, go to beyondhealth.com.
Hey, we're back. This is Raymond Francis. You're listening to the Beyond Health Show, and we have with us today a very interesting lady, Melanie Truehills, who is the author of A Woman's Guide to Saving Her Own Life. Melanie, welcome to the Beyond Health Show.
Thank you, Raymond. How are you doing today?
Oh, just fabulous. Thank you.
Great, thanks.
Yeah, you sound great. You sound, just top-notch.
Absolutely, thank you.
Wonderful.
Ready to go.
Well, A Woman's Guide to Saving Her Own Life. Wow, that's a pretty dramatic title. But what you're really talking about there is you're talking about heart disease, right?
Heart disease and stroke are the primary things I'm talking about. But, all the things that you can do to prevent heart disease and stroke can also help prevent other diseases as well.
Of
such
course.
as various cancers, etc.
Yeah, because there's only one disease. So if you're preventing one, you're preventing, but you talk about, 1,400 women a day die from heart disease. And that's 10 times as many as we lose to breast cancer. And yet, where's all the attention going? It's going to breast cancer. And we lose 10 times as many people to heart disease.
Right. The breast cancer awareness folks have done a marvelous job of getting the word out. And as women, we are aware now of our risk of breast cancer. But we haven't been doing as great a job over the years of getting out the word about heart disease, but we're starting to do that. Women are starting now to recognize that heart disease is the number one killer of women and that stroke is number 3, and that we do lose more women to heart disease than men in the U.S. And that's pretty staggering because we always think of heart disease as a man's disease. It's an equal opportunity disease.
Right, as they all are. We just don't realize it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, but interesting. You talk about how a woman's heart attack symptoms can differ from a man's.
Absolutely. And a woman not knowing those symptoms can put her at risk for heart attack and death. So what we typically think of for a heart attack is the crushing chest pain, the elephant on the chest, and buckets of sweat. It's kind of like, some of my men friends who have had heart attacks say it's kind of like having a bucket of Gatorade poured over them. Well, women don't have those symptoms, or most women don't. What women typically have are very, very subtle symptoms. There are 4 main symptoms for women. First is shortness of breath. Second, tiredness, fatigue, or even sleeplessness. Third, nausea or indigestion. And fourth, pain in the left shoulder or arm or left side of the face or parts of the left side of the body. So those 4 are the things that women typically have when they have a heart attack. The problem is that they're so easily mistaken for other things that both women and their doctors may miss those. And as a result of women who die of heart attacks, 2/3 of them had no prior symptoms.
Wow.
No noticeable symptoms.
Wow.
But that's huge.
Yeah, that is huge, absolutely huge, because it just comes up on you and it's a surprise. It's a very unpleasant surprise.
Absolutely, and that's why I am focusing so much of my time and energy to getting the word out to women, not only about what they should be looking for, but more importantly, what they can do to avoid this, because it is entirely preventable.
Oh, absolutely. Heart disease is 100% preventable. It's 100% reversible. All we have to do is get with it.
Absolutely. So I think that in my situation, I had a wake-up call, and I now have heart disease. I'm managing the disease, but it's better for women to do something before they ever have to encounter that.
Absolutely.
So that's why it's so important that we get the word out, and that's why I really appreciate your giving me the opportunity for us to get the word out together.
Well, it's after the horse is out of the barn, you're out there chasing it around. It's a lot better if you keep the horse in the barn.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. But, people without symptoms, without the knowledge that this is a problem, people just go on and do the same things they've always done that are, not in their best interest.
Certainly.
But what kinds of things, Melanie, do people do that are not in their best interest?
Well, there are really 8 major risk factors for heart disease and stroke, and all of those are things that you can do something about, except for family history, and that you can control. So those 8 major things are smoking. If you smoke, quit. If you have family members that smoke, get them to quit, because secondhand smoke is almost as deadly as smoking yourself. Secondly, diabetes. If you have it, get it under control. Third, high blood pressure. Fourth, high cholesterol. If you have those 2, there are things that you can do to get them under control. The 5th is family history, and though you can't control that or reverse that, you can eliminate all the other risk factors. So those are the 5 that we typically think of for heart disease. However, there are 3 more that we're really starting to recognize as big contributors, and I think these are just as important, or maybe more so, because they're so much more common. The first is overweight. The second is inactivity, and the third is stress. So those 3 are things that seem to be running rampant these days, and they're things that we have to get control of and reverse in order to prevent heart disease. Those were my issues. I was fairly active, but I was overweight, and I did have high stress. And actually, stress hijacks your healthy habits, and I believe it was what caused my overweight.
Oh, I think so. Absolutely, because people react to that stress by overeating, and there's solid biochemistry to back that up as to why they do it.
Right, and the body and the stress hormones are saying, we have to save up all this good fat to provide you energy in case you need to run away from things that are threatening you.
That's right.
And so stress keeps you from wasting those stores. Doesn't want you to exercise, doesn't want you to diet or eat healthfully. It wants you to store up all this fat so that if you need it, you have it. but that's a very bad thing.
Absolutely. But we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk to Melanie Truhills some more about A Woman's Guide to Saving Her Own Life, and a very good book. And we'll be right back.
Research, you knew that more and more Americans were discovering the healthy benefits of taking Kyolic, didn't you?
Yes, all the garlic benefits with absolutely none of the garlic odor.
So you knew about Kyolic's ability to enhance immune function and its effectiveness in maintaining healthy cholesterol levels?
Yes, I did. It promotes good circulation, too, and supports healthy homocysteine levels as well.
So you had read the findings, yet you withheld that information. Why? Why, Senator?
We were aware the only real choice was and is Kyolic Aged Garlic Extract.
Why have you hid the facts about Kyolic? I want the truth. The truth.
Chairman, the public can handle the truth.
Kyolic Aged Garlic Extract. The truth is getting out. Ask for Kyolic at your favorite health food store. Visit Kyolic.com or call 1-800-421-2998 for a free sample.
Raymond Francis searched the world to find a vitamin supplement that would meet his exacting standards for exceptional purity and bioavailability at the cellular level. The brand he found was Perk. Perk is not available in stores, so for more information, go to beyondhealth.com or call 800-250-3063.
For more cutting-edge health information and to learn more about the products endorsed by Raymond Francis, go to beyondhealth.com.
Hey, you're listening to Beyond Health. This is Raymond Francis, and if you've just tuned in, we're here with our guest, Melanie Truhills, who is the author of A Woman's Guide to Saving Her Own Life. Melanie, you know, you've talked about overweight and inactivity and stress as being risk factors for heart disease. What about diet? Are people eating things that are causing them problems?
Well, diet really is the root cause for the overweight, and absolutely, our diets today are a mess. People are in such a rush because they're speed-obsessed and running from one thing to another, and as a result, they're grabbing junk food. They're not eating healthy foods. They're not eating the fruits and vegetables and all the healthy foods that they should be eating, so diet is a major issue. Folks need to know what things to avoid and what things to eat. You need to avoid the bad fats but eat the good fats. So diet is a huge issue today, and that can really help us control the overweight epidemic that we have. In my particular case, I had actually gained my weight fairly quickly over several years just because I was on the road as a road warrior about 95% of the time. So I was entertaining customers, I was crossing time zones, eating erratically, grabbing food at wherever I could find it, because we were in meetings all the time.
Right.
So my diet was not good, and I had gained weight. I knew when I came out of the hospital from my heart incident that I had to get myself under control. So the first thing I did was to change my eating. Now, I was already eating healthy foods. I was eating organics, no fried foods, eating lots of fruits and vegetables. So I was eating the right things, but I did still have to make some changes in the kinds of fats I was getting into my diet. So the changes in diet, and more importantly, the changes in stress helped me to lose what I needed to lose. So I've now lost 85 pounds.
Good for you.
So,
wow.
A Woman's Guide to Saving Her Own Life talks about what kinds of things you can do to eat right and what you need to avoid, and also shares my secrets for how I lost 85 pounds, and I believe that others can as well.
Absolutely, they can. And the thing is that it's really so easy when you come down to it. It's just eating real food, but you go on all these crazy diets. And they sell all these books for all these crazy diets, and they work for a short time, but they really don't work. People don't really. They gain the weight right back, and furthermore, they do you harm. What you really need to do is get a good diet in the first place.
Absolutely. It's about eating the right things and avoiding the wrong things. It's not really about a specific diet.
Yeah.
And in fact, what I have seen, I believe low-carb diet is actually a very bad thing. We know that with a low-carb diet you can lose weight pretty quickly, but what happens is it's actually setting you up for other problems down the road, and basically whole systems in the body are going to shut down as a result of the low-carb diet.
Yeah, well, the problem is it's low carb, but it's high protein.
Yes.
It's high protein and high saturated fat and high, it absolutely sets you up for a whole bunch of new problems. Not crazy to do these things, but, sells a lot of books.
Well, that's true, but, it's not a natural way to eat, and we need to eat naturally and not eat lots of plastics and processed foods and those kinds of things.
Oh, yeah. The Gallup poll just did a thing. They called people at dinner time, and they asked them what they were eating. 50% were eating takeout food, frozen food, and various prepared foods. So 50% were eating essentially garbage.
That is a really bad thing. Now, junk food overall is bad. Fast food overall is bad. There are, fortunately, some healthy choices when it comes to takeout food. But still, you're better off to eat fresh foods if at all possible.
Yeah, that's what's going to optimize your health.
Yes.
Is eating fresh foods, and particularly fresh vegetables, fresh fruits, and whole grains, and that's what you need.
Absolutely, absolutely. So A Woman's Guide to Saving Her Own Life really goes through the whole process of what you need to think through in order to make the right food choices, and also how you can use that in a way that you can lose weight.
Wow. Fabulous. Well, the reason why I got into health is because I got sick and I almost died. And it's amazing how many people, have had an unpleasant health experience and get religion and go out and want to spread the word, to keep other people well. And that's, they just need more of us out there trying to keep the rest of them well.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah, so you've done a wonderful job. I think your book is just a great contribution.
Thank you.
And you can tell it's written from the heart and written from somebody that cares and and has experienced it, gone through it, and had to rethink their life, had to rethink what they're doing, what they're eating, how they're living.
Absolutely. I really had a life-defining, life-changing moment, which at the time really were not considered to be risk factors. So knowing that there's so many women out there, and men as well, who have that same set of factors and that they're headed for a train wreck, I knew that I had to go out and share what I had learned the hard way and what I've spent the last year and a half researching and learning, because others need to know these things. So what I've really done is, as a scientist, I have distilled down the things that I have learned and made them easy to implement and easy to read in A Woman's Guide to Saving Her Own Life.
Yeah, I think you did a wonderful job of doing it. You achieved those goals. You really did.
Thank you.
And my hat's off to you. And Melanie, thank you very, very much for being on our show today. I'm sure that a lot of our listeners are just a little bit more educated than they were before they started listening to you. And, they're out there thinking, oh, wait a minute, am I in that category? And if you did that, you did good. And the name of the title of the book is A Woman's Guide to Saving Her Own Life. And the author is Melanie True Hills.
Can we tell them where to find the book?
Sure thing, yeah.
It's at a website. It's available as an ebook, so you can have it right now in the next 5 minutes, or you can order a print copy and we'll ship that to you right away. It's available at a website called SaveHerLife.com, www.saveherlife.com. And also at the website, you can sign up for the bi-weekly Healthy Living newsletter, which is a complimentary resource, and there are lots of other resources available at the website as well. If you don't have access to the web, then call me on the 800 number. It's 866-966-1HER, H-E-R, 1437. Again, 866-966-1437.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Melanie. It's been a delight having you on the show, and I wish you well with the book. I hope you sell a lot of copies, because the more you sell, the more good you're going to do. And once again, the title is A Woman's Guide to Saving Her Own Life. Okay, have a great day, Melanie.
Thank you so much. I hope we've impacted even just one woman.
If you've done even that, we've done a service.
Okay,
So,
great. Thank you so much. And I hope your listeners will take to heart what they can do now.
Yes, indeed. Thank you. All right, we're going to go to a quick break. This is Raymond Francis. You're listening to Beyond Health, and we have another guest for you when we come back.
Do you take vitamins? Chances are you may be taking a brand that doesn't even dissolve on time to be of use to the human body. Your vitamin may contain artificial colors, binders, fillers, lubricants, and other contaminants. To get maximum purity and maximum bioavailability, switch to Perk. It's the vitamin Raymond Francis takes and recommends. For free information on Perk, call 800-250-3063. That number again, 800-250-3063.
Senator, this panel wants to know why the public wasn't informed that organic Kyolic aged garlic extract is the world's most scientifically researched and best-selling garlic supplement.
I plead the fifth, Mr. Chairman.
Sir, you must answer with the truth. The truth!
Chairman, the public can handle the truth.
Kyolic aged garlic extract. The truth is getting out. Ask for Kyolic at your favorite health food store. Visit Kyolic.com or call 1-800-421-2998 for a free sample.
For more cutting-edge health information and to learn more about the products endorsed by Raymond Francis, go to BeyondHealth.com.
Yeah, we're back. This is Raymond Francis. You're listening to Beyond Health. And, you need to take care of your health. Otherwise, you're not going to have it. I have a friend of mine who loves to say, if you ignore your health, it will go away. And I can't think of anything more appropriate. People just live their normal lives, and they eat their normal diet, and they do their normal activities, and they really don't think much about health. So they're ignoring their health. Well, if you ignore your health, it'll go away. It used to be years ago, people could eat a normal diet because they actually had food, and now we don't. And so they ate a normal diet, and they were healthy. They lived a normal life, and they were healthy because they were out working every day, getting exercise, and going to bed when it got dark, and getting up when it got light, and not having to drive on a freeway with all that stress. So they live different lives. Today, if you just live a normal life, you will get sick, guaranteed. There's no way you can be healthy. You need to think about your health. We need to pay attention to your health if you want to keep it. Otherwise, you're headed for disease. But right now, we've got with us Lee Goldstein of the Procyon Company. Lee, good morning. How are you today?
I'm just great, Raymond. How about yourself?
Oh, super. And it's good to have you back on again.
Great. I'm happy to be here. Thanks.
Well, we're gonna run your contest again, and that's for Procyon. And let me tell you, folks, Procyon is a super product. I looked and looked and looked to find something that was safe to use as a cleaning product. Now, this product is an absolutely wonderful, safe cleaner that you can use in your kitchen, in your bathroom, and to clean your carpets. Very importantly, to clean your carpets. People have their carpets cleaned all the time. They have them cleaned with these soapy, carpet cleaning chemicals that really are quite toxic. They add a lot of toxins to the air in your house. They don't really clean the carpets, and they provide a soapy scum that attracts dirt and gets the carpets even dirtier faster. And Lee, is anything to add to that?
Well, actually, I couldn't have said it any better myself.
Oh, hey, I'm good. All right. Yeah. But, that's the way it is.
It is. It's actually it's a fantastic cleaning product. It is. It's 100% natural. This product is indoor air quality approved. This product is green approved. It exceeds the Green Seal recommendation for cleaning products. And like you said, the bottom line is it works.
It works, and it works so well. And I just love to tell people about the carpet in my den that you came and cleaned, because I had a stain on that carpet that had been there for like 15 years. Nothing could get it out short of an atomic bomb, and Lee came in with some Procyon, and it was all gone.
15 minutes later, it was history.
It was just all gone, and that sold me. I said, "Wow, this product's really special."
And it's environmentally safe to boot.
Yeah, and that's what we care about. That's what we care about. It has to be safe and effective, and it's so hard to find products that are safe and effective. I mean, just take Beyond Health has a deodorant. It took me years and years to find that deodorant. I found a lot of safe deodorants. The problem was they didn't work. They were safe, but they weren't too good. And it's the same thing with a carpet cleaner and a household cleaner, a kitchen cleaner, a bathroom cleaner. You want it to work, but you also want it to be safe. And Procyon fills the bill.
That it does, and it is also approved by the major carpet manufacturers.
Yeah, it works. It's safe, and you gave us a wonderful, wonderful offer, and I'm going to repeat the offer. We have a winner for the first offer, by the way, so let me make another offer right now. Buy a bottle of Procyon, whether it's the 1 quart size for your kitchen and bathroom or spot cleaning on your carpets, or whether it's the gallon size that you can use to clean your carpets. Get a carpet cleaner. Some people have carpet cleaners, and they just pour this in and clean the carpet with it. So whether you buy any size Procyon, we'll enter your name into a drawing, and the winner of the drawing gets up to 300 square feet of carpet cleaned.
Exactly.
Free of charge, and that's up 300 square feet. That's a couple of bedrooms, or it's a good living room or something, and that's free of charge. You get that done. That's very, very nice. It's a fabulous offer, and all you need to do is buy a bottle of Procyon, and we have a sale on right now. By the way, there's a sale on at Beyond Health on Procyon, so take advantage of the sale. Buy a bottle of Procyon, and you will be entered into the drawing, and if you win, you get your carpet cleaned for free. And so the number to call to get the Procyon is 800-250-3063, and you get this wonderful thing. So, but we did have a winner that for the last 2 weeks, and I got to tell you what. The paper with that name on it didn't get into my briefcase, so I don't have it. But I do remember it was somebody in Palo Alto, and we'll be calling them, and if they're willing, maybe we'll have them on the show after you clean the carpet. They come on and talk about how wonderful it was. But we do have a winner, and they are in the Palo Alto area. And we'll announce. We'll talk about it, Lee, and after you clean that carpet.
Super.
Yeah, and so starting right now, we've got a new drawing. So that's the good news. Starting right now, we have a new drawing, and all you need to do is get a bottle of Procyon, any size bottle of Procyon, and you're automatically entered. And we'll announce the winner 2 weeks from today. 2 weeks from today. So, and all you have to do is call 800-250-3063, and you can get the Procyon and get entered into that contest. So wonderful, Lee. It's it's such a wonderful, wonderful product. I'm sure you've had so much experience with it, and I can remember you telling me that there were people that had their industrial uses, business uses, where people clean their carpet with the Procyon and didn't have to have their carpets cleaned as often.
No, because there's no soapy, sticky residues in it, so it's not getting attracted back to the carpets.
Yeah, and that is very, very important, because the soapy, sticky residues not only attract dirt back into the carpet, but, these things get into the air.
They pollute. Off gas.
Yeah, they off gas. They pollute the air. And if you have pets, if you have children, children crawling around on these carpets, pets walking around on the carpets, cats walking on the carpets and then licking their feet, that's not good for them. Not good for them. So people think they're doing a wonderful thing. They're having their carpets cleaned, so now the carpet's cleaner, right? It's not really cleaner, and it's toxic, and so they're adding a risk factor to themselves, their children, their pets. Not a good idea.
Not at all. And just so your listeners do know that the Procyon is 100% guaranteed.
Yeah, there you go. So.
And I can tell you this: I have never given anybody their money back. I have not had any complaints with the product.
Well, I don't see how you could. It's pretty close to perfection. It's non-toxic. It works better than anything else. Doesn't leave any toxic residues. How can you complain about that?
Exactly. You have your two pluses. It's the most environmentally friendly cleaning product on the market today, and it works.
And it works. Yeah, you can use it as a spot cleaner. And you can use it. I use it in my kitchen and bathroom, and I use it as a spot cleaner on the carpet.
I have a lot of customers clean their cars, their boats, because the concentrate can go in any machine that'll take water. So it not only goes in vacuum, in any carpet cleaning machines, it goes in the spray washers, anything that'll take water. Those guys who steam clean engines for a living, they love this stuff. They put it in their power washers. And they just put with the hot water and spray it onto those engines, and the grease just drips off.
Yeah, wow. I had an experience with that, too. I had, around the stove area, I had some grout in the tile that had soaked up a lot of oil over the years and a lot of grease, and nothing would get it out. I used the Procyon, got it all out. Yeah, pretty super.
It really is. Mold, mildew, it takes care of a lot.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Procyon. Get it at Beyond Health. It's 800-250-3063. You automatically get entered into the drawing, and 2 weeks from today, we'll announce the winner. And hopefully next week we'll announce today's winner. And we can just bring in the name. But it's in the Palo Alto area. They won, and they get the free carpet cleaning. So super duper. Anyway, thanks for being on the show, Lee, and have a great day.
Thank you, Raymond. You too, my friend.
Okay, we're going to go to a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Want a powerful alternative to toxic antibiotics? Ameriden's original olive leaf extract destroys not just bacteria, but viruses, parasites, and yeasts like Candida without any harmful side effects. Just one course of prescription antibiotics can cause lifelong intestinal problems. Choose olive leaf extract instead. And remember, Ameriden's original olive leaf extract is the only olive leaf extract with a U.S. patent for antiviral therapy. Available at Beyond Health, 1-800-250-3063.
Air pollution has long been recognized as a cause of disease, contributing to ailments from allergies to cancer. And the air in our homes and offices is much more polluted than outdoor air. The average person breathes in about 2 heaping tablespoons of airborne particles each day. And inhaling fine particles has been shown to disrupt heart activity and even cause genetic damage. Now, here's the good news. You don't have to breathe in toxins any longer. Finally, there's an air filter that meets Beyond Health's superior standards, offering the highest levels of protection and reliability. This filter is quiet, economical, and safe for continuous operation, guaranteeing you satisfaction and years of healthy living. It comes with a 5-year mechanical and filter warranty and a 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. Call Beyond Health today at 1-800-250-3063 for further details. That's 1-800-250-3063. Or visit us on the web at www.beyondhealth.com.
Studies have shown that almost half of all vitamin brands do not dissolve on time to be of use to the human body. If that's not bad enough, most of the remaining brands fail to deliver what your body needs. That's why we recommend Perk. Perk is bioengineered to deliver nutrients at the cellular level. We challenge anyone to show us a better formula than Perk. Perk is not available in stores, so for more information, call 800-250-3063. That number again, 800-250-3063.
For more cutting-edge health information and to learn more about the products endorsed by Raymond Francis, go to beyondhealth.com.
Hey, we're back. This is Raymond Francis. You're listening to Beyond Health. And let me once again make an offer for Never Be Sick Again, my book, Never Be Sick Again. That's the closest thing to health in one lesson you're ever going to read. And it makes an incredibly wonderful holiday gift. Give the gift of health. You know, this book is the closest thing to health in one lesson you're going to read. It is the gift of health. We've had people all over the world read this book and be cured of incurable diseases. I mean, that is pretty outstanding, pretty fabulous. It's just so basic. It gives you the power. It gives you an entirely new understanding of health and disease. So we need to spread the word. We need to get people, aware of the fact that they shouldn't be taking the drugs. We need to get them aware of the fact that they need to be taking care of their health and how to do it. And it's all in Never Be Sick Again. And this is an incredible book. I mean, the publishing industry ranks it as one of the best health books ever published. It's just been translated into Chinese. It goes on sale in China this month. Hallelujah. That is just so fabulous. I'm so excited about that. And all of these books we have signed copies for gifts. They're all signed by me. And they're available at Beyond Health for only $9.95. Now, the bookstore price is $12.95, so only $9.95. You can get as many copies as you like. So here's a gift for under $10, something you can afford to give to a lot of people. Just call Beyond Health at 800-250-3063. You can get copies of Never Be Sick Again. These are autographed copies for only $9.95. So here's a gift for under $10, and you can afford to give everyone on your Christmas list a copy of Never Be Sick Again. All you have to do is call Beyond Health at 800-250-3063. Take advantage of this holiday sale. It only lasts until Christmas. So you can get as many copies as you want, autographed copies of Never Be Sick Again for $9.95. And so time's getting short here, so pick up the phone and order them. And the number to call is 800-250-3063. So there you go. Here's another thing that, part of your education is TPED. We've got the next TPED meeting coming up in San Francisco, January 6th. So all you folks that are in the San Francisco Bay Area, January 6th, that's a Thursday, 7:15 p.m. at the School for Self-Healing in San Francisco, we have the TPED meeting, and that's the Project to End Disease. Here's where you come to learn what disease is, how to prevent it, how to get rid of it. We teach you that because we have this knowledge. We have the knowledge now. We know how to do this. We just need to teach it, and you can come to TPED and learn it. So if you have a health problem and you're going to your doctor and you're taking pills, you're making a mistake. What you need to learn is how to get well, how to stay well. And you learn that at TPED. So that's January 6th. Set that aside. And School for Self-Healing in San Francisco, 7:15 p.m. And if you want more information, if you want directions on how to get there, just call the 800 number. Call 800-250-3063 and go to that TPED meeting. And what we're going to be talking about at the TPED meeting is how do you prevent disease and how do you cure disease? That's what we're going to be talking about. How do you prevent and cure disease? We're going to be talking about the basic secrets that have been discovered over the last 20 years of what disease is all about. And here's another thing. They've just come out with a study, and this was in 1998, the Institute of Medicine at the National Academy of Sciences made choline, which is a B vitamin type compound. They made choline an essential nutrient. So they added one more essential nutrient. And now they've just done a study and they found that fetal development is very dependent on choline. And so they're now recommending that women, pregnant women, take choline supplements. And of course we've known this for decades, but they're just finding it out. But it's nice that they're finally making some progress. But choline, if you want choline, the best thing to do is get Perk choline. That's what I take every day, and you get that by calling the 800 number. So here we are. Here's an new essential nutrient that is found in high quantities in things like eggs and beef and chicken and wheat germ and soybeans. But the latest studies show that in pregnancy, you don't get enough of this. You need more of it. You need more in order to get good brain development in the child. So very important and a good thing to take as a supplement. I highly recommend it, and I take it myself every day. But we're going to take a quick break right now, and when we come back, we have a very interesting guest, and we're going to be talking about indoor air pollution. And this is Raymond Francis. You're listening to Beyond Health.
Essential fatty acids are absolutely necessary for good health, and they're lacking in our American diets. All modern processed oils no longer contain these necessary nutrients, and that's why Raymond Francis recommends supplementing with Barlean's flaxseed oil. Barlean's meets Raymond standards for quality and excels at delivering to you the freshest natural oils to meet your essential fatty acid needs. Next time you make a fresh salad, try Barlean's flaxseed oil. Barlean's is available at quality health and specialty food stores near you.
If you're 35 or older, there are natural ways to support healthy prostate and breast function. Pectosol, modified citrus pectin, is an all-natural supplement designed to ensure healthy prostate and breast function while boosting your immune system. It even removes heavy metals like mercury and toxins from your body. Remember, the benefits of Pectosol go beyond the prostate and breast. Pectosol should be part of a daily supplement program for men and women over the age of 35. Call now and order Pectosol in capsules or powder. Just dial 800-308-5518. My name is Raymond Francis, and if you mention my name, you will get a 10% discount on your first order of Pectosol MCP. Plus, you get a free booklet on modified citrus pectin. Call today, 800-308-5518.
For more cutting-edge health information and to learn more about the products endorsed by Raymond Francis, go to BeyondHealth.com.
Hey, we're back. This is Raymond Francis. You're listening to Beyond Health, and we have with us today a very interesting guest, and we're very happy to have him with us, Ivan Day of the Procyon Company. Ivan, good morning. How are you?
Well, good morning, Raymond. Doing absolutely wonderful this morning.
Good, good. Well, it's good to have you on the show again. And we've been running a little giveaway with the Procyon, and we've been telling people, to buy some Procyon, and we put them in a drawing, and then the winner gets 300 square feet of carpet cleaned for free. And we do have a winner, by the way. John Milich of Palo Alto is our winner, and the contest goes on. So all you need to do is buy some Procyon, and you get. And we'll be announcing another winner next week. But everybody's a winner who uses Procyon, and I searched for trying to find something that was safe to use as carpet cleaner, because people have their carpets cleaned. They have the usual carpet cleaners come in, or they buy or rent a carpet cleaning device, and they buy the various soaps that you use, and they have this done, and they think that, wow, I've done something good. I've cleaned my carpet. But in fact, Ivan, they haven't done something good, and maybe you could explain a little bit about why they haven't.
Well, on the rentals that you find in your regular grocery stores, Raymond, I guess I sit back and I look at products that you would normally buy. If you just take a look at the product line they have something for carpet cleaner, they have something for a traffic lane cleaner, so to get the soils out. And if you turn that traffic lane cleaner around on those bottles you'll find in your grocery stores, you'll see that they contain ethylene glycol monobutyl ether. Now, on top of that, you got your detergents that once you squirt into your rugs, you'll leave it in there. There's no way of rinsing it out, so it plagues rapid resoiling, and it just it resoils. 3 weeks, maybe a month, you start seeing the dark lines and the heavy traffic patterns come back. But on top of that, you're dealing with toxins and allergens and actually poisons. Ethylene glycol monobutyl ether is the same thing that you'll find in byproducts like maybe Resolve. Resolve has butyl ethanol in it. If you go to like a Lowe's store and look at a gallon jug, turn that bottle around and on the back of it has its content. It says contains butyl ethanol. These kind of products shouldn't be used in our products today, but people don't know that they go to the store and they think they're buying something or they're renting something and they're doing the right thing. Today, we need to look at what is healthy. Where can we go to find a product that isn't going to off-gas, it isn't going to have any detergents that's going to cause any rapid recycling? Because the worst thing you can do is throw a bunch of soap in your rug and never get it out. Raymond, people spend thousands and thousands of dollars. Carpets are the largest single investment in their home. And they'll spend thousands of dollars. And the first thing they do with the carpet, well, actually, when they buy the carpet people that sell the carpet will tell you, don't clean that carpet until you have to. And they wait until it just gets so bad. And the first thing they do is they hire a professional.
Right.
And that professional will come out and they'll squirt soap in your rugs.
Right.
And leave it in there because there's no way of getting it out. It's like washing your hair. Raymond, next time, let's talk about a couple of theories if we can first, if you got a second for that.
Sure.
If you shampoo your hair, next time you get in the shower, leave the soap in your hair. Let it dry.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what that looks like?
Yeah. And especially if you're doing it frequently.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna look like heck, and that's exactly what happens with the carpets because you can't rinse the carpets properly. So when you put the soap in, the soap stays there.
It does, and it attracts dirt, and it causes rapid swell. On top of that, your unhealthiness. People have children, pets. You have unhealthy products out there that just contaminate carpets, and then people want to know why. They lay down on their rug, it feels sappy or sticky, or maybe the kids get a rash on their hands or their arms or their legs, and you won't take them to the doctor, and they say it's a skin rash or skin disease.
Yeah, and the doctor gives them cortisone or something, when it's the soaps in the carpet that are doing it.
Yes, absolutely, and the chemicals that are unhealthy that are eating away at their flesh. People use enzymes, hydrogen, fat, protein, digestive enzymes are the worst thing that has ever come to our industry. Hydrogen, fat, protein, digestive enzymes are used in carpet cleaners every day. They'll squirt it in, they'll let it dwell, and then they'll try and rinse it out. Number one, if you sit back and you look at hydrogen, fat, protein, digestive. Protein digestive means it eats protein, which is your flesh. Digestive is right there. But the enzymes, once they get in your rug and they dry and they become dormant, let's say little Johnny or Susie gets out of the tub and mom's giving a bath, or they get out of the tub and they go dry off, and they walk around on their bottom of their feet and they end up with feet problems. They get itching, they get irritating, they start blistering or welting, and they get bumps on them, and it's because the enzymes reactivated and it starts eating away at their flesh. And now enzymes, when it becomes a dry particle when you run your vacuum, it becomes an airborne dust particle.
Right.
It gets in your lungs, and it can actually burn a hole in your lungs.